The first of the Sunday games saw two teams that are both suffering a bit of a dip in form at the moment. The Rhein-Neckar Arena, home of Hoffenheim. They're entertaining Hamburg. Hoffenheim 13th with 35 points. Their season is over, really. They won't get relegated. They can't make the Europa League. Hamburg, though, they're the team in white. They're still in the Europa League, possibly a bit tired from that game against Fulham. Both of their coaches under pressure, and Bruno Labbadia was under more pressure from Ibisevic in the second minute. Hoffenheim taking the lead. The 11th goal of the season for Vedat Ibisevic. Hoffenheim haven't won any of their last 5 home games, but they were off to a brilliant start with 2 minutes gone. Hamburg, only 1 win for them in the last 6. This was the worst possible start. Bruno Labbadia under even more pressure. And it was to get worse just a few minutes later, the 11th minute. Good work from Carlos Eduardo to Andy Beck, and then Ibisevic again, 12th of the season. And in under 11 minutes, the home team 2-0 up. This is only the 4th time that these two clubs have ever played each other, and to this point, they both won 1 and drawn 1. Hoffenheim looking very much the old Hoffenheim. Joy in their play, but Hamburg looking tired. Nothing the coach could do about it from the sidelines. With half an hour gone, it was more Hoffenheim. Good run from Eichner. And there's the ball in the back of the net again. Obazi scoring his 6th of the season and making it 3-0. Just over half an hour gone, and it was all Hoffenheim. Frank Rost being left helpless by his defence. They allowed Hoffenheim so much room. Then, a couple of minutes later, worrying moment for Daniel Haas in goal for the injured Timo Hildebrandt, as Hamburg tried to string something together, but that shot from Rincon, very much an example of how the first half had gone for Hamburg. 4 minutes before the break, Trukowski forcing a good save from Danny Haas, although he had plenty of time to see that one coming. And at half-time, Dietmar Hopp there on the left, the man whose money has made Hoffenheim what it is, must have been quite happy with 3-0 on the board. In the 52nd minute, Hoffenheim attacking again. Andy Beck getting in front of Petroipa. And Ibisevic handed a golden opportunity from Rosenal, but he could only hit the post. Nearly got his hat-trick. Rosenal going over the ball. And the aluminium saving Hamburg's blushes. Sooner or later, Hamburg would wake up. That's what everybody was thinking. Good work from Trukowski, and a very much out of sorts Mladen Petric, unable to pull off an adequate shot on goal. Not often you see the Croatian so out of sorts. Ralf Rangnick spurring his team on, although his job not as safe as it once was, possibly. Another chance for Petric, but this time Daniel Haas. Very brave. Good tackle from Joe Simonic, the other Croatian international on the field. And finally, Hamburg's little spell of pressure was rewarded when Robert Tescher unleashed that one from 33 metres. That made it 3-1, Tescher's 2nd goal of the season. Hamburg lost last time out at home against Mainz. And they very much needed the 3 points in this game to keep them in contact with that Europa League spot. But Hoffenheim, who are pretty much playing for fun most of this game, sealed the points on 72 minutes when Vukcevic put through Abazi, and Chinido Abazi made it 4-1 with his 7th of the season. A very poor showing from Hamburg. Maybe they're saving themselves for that all-important return leg at Craven Cottage against Fulham. But Frank Rost left exposed once more by his defence. And 5 minutes later, to add insult to injury, counter-attack, Weiss gets the ball to Ibisevic. He crosses it to Salihovic, and it was 5 goals. 4th of the season for the Bosnian. And that's the first time that Hoffenheim have scored 5 goals this season. Got 4 a couple of times. And that's the first time that anybody scored 5 against Hamburg this season. So at the end of the game, Hoffenheim very much deserved winners. Bruno Labbadia, well, if things don't go well in the Europa League, who knows if he'll still be at the helm next season. All 3 points for Hoffenheim.